Well, here we are to talk about the Odyssey. Let me click my little button to just see the things on IMDb. There we go. That helps. Anyway, we're here to talk about the Odyssey and is it worth watching? Well, if you're a cinema goer and you like movies and you're looking at reviews and you're doing all of that, I would say there's a 99% chance you're going to see it anyway. But is it worth watching? Let me tell you. Yes, yes, and 10 yeses. That's for sure. This one is so worth watching. This is incredible. I I I'm blown away with it. I went in not with super high expectations because I do find when I do that, it's very hard to live up to that. Okay, maybe Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, the hype was insane back in the day. If you went to go see those, the hype was crazy, but they all, for me, lived up to it. This one, when it comes to Christopher Nolan, it's like I know I'm going to get something that's very long, usually. Uh, Not a whole lot of special effects. He tries to be as practical with his effects as he can, with some CGI thrown in. So I know I'm getting that, which is always appreciated. I wish more films did that. And it's going to be something you gotta keep focus on. It's not something you can drift off in your head. You usually have to, especially for the first time, you got to keep focus on it. And yeah, what a great film! What a great experience in the cinema. So we look. Let me compare it to another masterpiece, Masters of the Universe. I say that tongue in cheek, but I do love Masters of the Universe because I grew up with it. You know what you're getting when you go in. It's a bit of fun, blah, 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 fighting, colorful monsters, all that. Very entertaining. And as a cinema going experience, it's like, you can go in and watch it, go home and say, yeah, that was fun. That was great fun. I might watch that again sometime. For most people, right? That's the way it would be. But this is like a proper experience. And I think these movies are more so the ones that you'll remember, in time. You'll go back and say, wow, that was, I wish I could go back and watch Dunkirk. I never watched it in the cinema, but I bet that was a great experience, and I never watched Interstellar in the cinema, and I wish I had. Now, if it comes around again, I will go to see it, but imagine watching it for the first time there. Like I got to see Oppenheimer in the cinema for the first time, and that was amazing. It really was. I didn't get to see most of Chris Nolan's movies in the cinema just because we didn't have a cinema here, to be honest. Our cinema is very, very new. Ballinasloe, County Galway, Ireland. It's very, very new. So I'm all excited about going to see these movies. I get to go see Dune this year, part 3, which I'm very excited for. And of course, Avengers, which is the top of the list for me. They're experiences that cannot be matched at home. I can watch Masters of the Universe at home. That's fine. It's great. It's still great. I have my fun with it. That's all good. But with movies like this, you can't experience them the same at home at all. You can still enjoy them as I do. Like I sit and watched Inception only recently. Still a great experience. Leaves you thinking. You're engaged with the movie all the time. You just appreciate everything that's going on in it. And it's still a great experience, but the Christopher Nolan puts effort in to making a movie for the cinema. So this movie is for sure a movie you should go to the cinema and see. I know a lot of people, myself, I'll go to friends, you should go see this movie in the cinema. It's a great movie experience. And for the most part, there's a lot of friends that don't go because it's time, it's money, it's there's a bother to going to the cinema, right? You have to get up to do it, you have to pay, it's time, all that kind of stuff. And 9 out of 10 times they don't go. But you gotta go for these. You gotta go because you're never going to get the chance to watch a movie like this again for the first time in the cinema. You'll watch it at home, you might enjoy it, but you won't get to watch it for the first time in the cinema, in the IMAX or whatever suits. But you gotta go. You gotta go see this movie. It's an experience as much as it is a movie. It's incredible. The it's Matt Damon at his best. He really is very, very good in this movie. He's Oscar worthy. He's he's doing his best work in this movie. I thought Tom Holland was very good. Now there's a lot of roles in it, and there are a lot of smaller roles. So I'm not, everybody done really well. Everyone brought their A game. They would do for Christopher Nolan, but it's like, everybody done good. But the ones that stood out for me personally was Matt Damon, Tom Holland, who I can't wait to see more of Tom Holland in the cinema doing dramatic roles, and Anne Hathaway I thought was excellent. She's always pretty good, so it was great to see that. Now I know some people pissing and moaning online. I don't know. I feel like if you're doing that over Elliot Page, and I can't think of the other girl's name off the top of my head, but she played Helena Troy, and she's black, and people don't like that. And it's like, what is wrong? Who cares? And you also gotta see the movie first, because they're in it so little, and even Elliot Page's role is not. She's not the big warrior thing. She just happens to be in one or two scenes, and it's fine. It really, like, if you didn't think about it and you didn't know anything, you wouldn't notice, and that's the way it should be. Other than that, they gave great performances. By the way, everybody did, and the story is fantastic. I never watched. I think there is an original movie and a book. I never watched those, so I didn't know really much going in. Um, and it was fantastic. What a great story! It was. Flashbacks and all that, which I usually hate. I hate flashbacks, but you had to have it in this. It worked perfectly. This might be the best I've ever seen it done, as in storytelling. It was fantastic. Everything was fantastic. Very little CGI, mostly practical effects, acting top notch, and story top notch. Maybe a little longer than I'd like. If you shaved 10 minutes off it, I think it would have been awesome. But at the same time, I don't think I would have felt the length of the movie if I wasn't in a cinema that didn't have air conditioning and it was like a sweatbox in there. It was crazy. But if I maybe if I didn't feel that, I wouldn't have felt the length of it. But it is like over 2 hours, 2 hours 50 minutes or something. It's very long. Oh, and the other thing is, I heard online a little bit about the lighting and about the sound, and people do complain sometimes about Christopher Nolan. You can't hear people speaking. Now, I've never had that problem. I don't know really what people are talking about, because I can hear clearly what everyone's saying. Only maybe in Tenant, uh, that movie where it was a little muffly, but this I didn't have any problem. I thought the lighting was brilliant in it, really, really good. I thought the sound overall worked really well. It was some of the best sound I've ever heard in a movie. There's one part where they're in a cave and it's echoey, and that part was just amazing. There was other parts where it does get loud, but it feels like you're in the movie, that you're in the movie at that stage, and the sound is coming through so strong. It's really impressive. What he's done with the sound, I thought was impressive. I understand with the talk, and maybe some people can't hear, but I didn't really find that. And yeah, there's not really any complaints on that technical side that I can see. But you know, is it the best Christopher Nolan movie ever made? For me, no, no, it's definitely not. But it's well up there, and it's a very good list of movies. So it's not saying it's bad, or it's not even saying it's middling. It is not. It's actually really, really good. For me, I'm still. I think Inception is fantastic. I just love it. I love Interstellar. That's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have usually pick a single favorite. I just have favorites. But it's in my favorites. The Odyssey will be in my favorites. The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, they're all there. Insomnia is another one that's great. If none of you have seen Insomnia, go back and watch that. I think that's a great movie. Dunkirk. Wish I'd seen it in the cinema. But yeah, this movie is 100% one to go to. He puts the effort in, so you can have a good experience there. All you need to do is get something to munch on, something to drink, sit in the dark with a bunch of strangers, and all experience it together. And that's it. Don't go buy this one. Don't skip this one like you might do a lot of times. Go watch it, enjoy it, and yeah, I'll see you all next time.